Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on Apple phones and Samsung phones. Now, I feel like a lot of people are going to probably disagree with what I overall have to say, but I'm just going to say that Samsung phones, where they are at right now, because if you guys didn't know, like, I've been posting about it literally everywhere. But I got the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. And most likely by the time when this episode does come out on YouTube, who knows, I may still have the phone, may have another phone, may have like another, because I like this phone a lot. Like, I really like this phone a lot. And I'm like, fam, I will be so crushed and heartbroken to see this phone acting up or breaking or whatever, because I'm like, I really want to love this phone, right? So if it were to start breaking and messing up on me, then I probably would be like, you know what? Well, we're not safe from any like cell phone product, because I'm like, I've had iPhones, I've had other Samsung Galaxy phones. I'm trying to think. Only phone I haven't had yet from a different brand outside them two brands is the Google Pixel. And I was thinking about getting that phone. Like, prior before I had got my Samsung Z Fold or Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, I was looking into getting the Google Pixel. I think they're on like 6 or something like that. So I went ahead because I was like, so, and prior before that I had the Samsung Galaxy S21. Now, the reason why I had to say that I more so had switched from like iPhones to like other phone companies and stuff, or like I'm more open to getting like Google Pixels and Samsung Galaxy phones and all that stuff, is because I've had numerous iPhones, right? Numerous iPhones. I've had the 5C, had the 6, I had the 11. I'm trying to think, did I have any other phones after? No, I think that was it. I think those are the... No. So I had the iPhone 4. Okay, I was like, no, I remember having 4 iPhones. I had the iPhone 4, iPhone 5C, iPhone 6, and then the iPhone 11, because I had skipped because what I think they came out with, it was like 7. I don't think they came out with an iPhone 8. They just skipped directly to 10 and stuff, which is weird. It's like the iPhone X or something like that, but everybody calling it 10. So anyways, so yeah, I skipped out on those the 7 and then the 10, and then when the 11s had came out, I ended up getting that. At the time during that time frame, I had the Samsung Galaxy S8. But like I said, that phone was acting up, it was being weird and all that stuff. So that I will have to say that was the one and only time I had an issue with a Samsung Galaxy phone. I've had numerous iPhones, bruh. 4, 5C, 6, 11. All messed up, and they all different ways. The iPhone 4 was just, I think it was the 4 and the 4 was acting up. The iPhone 5C wasn't even recognizing apps anymore. And then the iPhone 6, I think that was also acting slow. Then the iPhone 11, they were constantly having to come out with updates because of some like issue with it. It's either an issue with the apps, or it was an issue where I wasn't getting notifications when I would get messages. And it wasn't even like I had my phone on silent or anything. Like, no, it wasn't until I had pulled my phone out my pocket, press the screen button to turn the screen on. Then that's when like a message would pop through. But other than that, it's like my phone could be sitting in my pocket, vibrate, ring, whatever. No notification on any, or no like sound or alert on any notification that I would get, or more so messages and stuff. So yeah, like iPhones have always had issues. And then when I had the Samsung Galaxy S21, so I had got that because I remember they were saying like the camera is freaking goated and all that stuff, had like 5 cameras on the back, whatever. So I get it. I used it for a good year. And it wasn't, I'm trying to think, there wasn't no noticeable issues. Like, I'm trying to think, like, there wasn't a time where I'm like, oh, like, nah, this phone's acting up, it's being weird. Like, eventually, I think it was just like, the phone had got old for me, and I'm like, I wanted something else. Like, I wanted something different in things. So I remember I was trying to get me a new phone because I was like, I was done with that phone. I was like, I wanted to get something else, and it wasn't even like that long until after I had got that phone. I was already trying to get another phone because it wasn't even like there was nothing wrong with it. And so, no, that's the thing though about the Samsung Galaxy S21, because I had the Ultra. I had like the best one and stuff. So there was nothing wrong with that phone. All right, I could have, if this the Fold 4 would have never came out, I most likely still would have had that phone. So when I look at Samsung phones and I'm like, bruh, the fact that I could have kept that phone for another year and most likely would have like gotten another Samsung Galaxy like S series phone, that in my opinion shows that iPhones are not all that good. You know, I know there's people out there that are like diehard iPhone fans. They love iPhones. They'll never switch phones. Even has it where Samsung, that's literally like what they're marketing, how like there are people out there that think like that with their iPhones, where they're like, oh, I'll never get another phone. Like I'm only gonna stick with iPhones. And I'm like, bruh, the issues I have had with iPhones, you would have thought like these were like some $30, $40 phones that you get your, you know, your middle school child or something. No, like this is supposed to be a top of the line phone. Yeah, it's like you would think that this was at the back of the line or something. Like this is a nosebleed seat phone. Like this is a phone that like the technology. So even with the cameras itself, right? And I know people would be like, you know, like, oh, you shouldn't, like, you know, you being a Samsung fan, like, you shouldn't be talking about cameras. It's like, I feel like this. They can easily come out with a camera, you know, whatever they're doing with their cameras now, to where when you send somebody a message or a picture or whatever, and it gets all pixelated and it acts all weird. I feel like that Samsung, if they really wanted to, they could come out with another. I don't know why they haven't, but if they really wanted to, they could come out with an update or come out with like a new and improved phone to fix that issue. And then at that point, like, nobody could talk on, like, you know, Samsung Galaxy phones being bad. And then I remember, like, seeing a thing where people would say, like, oh, if you get a Samsung phone, you're just cheap. Go out and get you an iPhone. And I'm like, bruh, the phone that I got now, this will have to be the most expensive phone on the market. I don't think I've seen any other phone right now that's more expensive than this phone. Cause what so let's see, iPhone 14 Pro Max. Let's see how much that costs. Okay, let's just go on the Apple website. I feel like, cause like when you go and look on like just like random websites like AT&T or Verizon or whatever. So iPhone or no, I just want to know how much it costs. Okay, let's just click on buy. I ain't gonna actually buy one, but alright, so they got where the iPhone 14 Pro costs $999. So the funny thing is this. So the iPhone 14 Pro, that costs the same price as the Flip 4. So I got the Fold 4. Mine opens and closes like a book. And then they got like the so they got like a flip phone. Samsung also has like a flip phone, and it's like a touch screen. It's pretty much like, for like to explain it in an easier way, it's like if an iPhone can like bend in half or something. So anyway, so they got like a old fashioned but of a like modern day flip phone and things. That's how much that costs. And I'm like, what? My thing is this, like, the iPhone, if you're going to get yourself an iPhone, you know, of any sorts, and that's one thing that I've always have done, where it's like I always would get like the cheaper iPhone, because with the iPhone 4, my iPhone 4 was the iPhone that didn't have Siri. My iPhone 5 was those plastic iPhones, the 5Cs, where it had like the plastic covers that can, you know, they like the backs were like different colors and all that stuff. I had just a regular iPhone 6 and a regular iPhone 11. Now, when getting an iPhone, the iPhone that you're going to want to go for, if you are looking into iPhones, is the Pro Max. Bigger screen, I think longer battery life, like overall that's the better phone out of the both of them. And I think with the iPhone 14 Pro, it's like I think it's the same specs as the Pro Max, but it's just smaller. So like overall, I don't know, there could be people out there where it's like, oh well, I like the Pro because it's smaller or whatever. But overall, we all know like the better phone to get is the Pro Max and stuff. But other than that, there ain't no like major differences with it. Like if I'm getting the Pro Max, I don't want to get it because it has one extra camera on the back or it's slightly bigger than the other phones. No, I want that phone to stand out. I want that to be like, oh snap, that phone is crazy. Because even the guy, when I was getting my phone, even the guy was like, bro, like, you know, you gonna be at a club and open that phone out, everybody gonna be looking like, oh my god, like that phone is sick and things. Like, my phone is a noticeable phone, right? And my thing is this, where it's in the fact, see, I shouldn't be really saying that because then everybody gonna be wanting to look at it and stuff, and I'm like, nah, you know, I just want to keep it in my pocket because I know when I be out and about and stuff, I be using it. So they have like the front, so that's like the dope thing that I do like about my phone, where you don't have to always like unfold it to, you know, use it. They have like a front screen where it works like, so you could kind of like camouflage it as like a regular looking phone and stuff. People just gonna be like, oh, they just got a regular phone. Case is a little thick, but yeah, overall, you know, you just got like a regular phone versus like with the iPhone like 14s. I'm like, there ain't no major, the only I think difference they said with the iPhone 14 was that the top part where like I think you like listen to like calls or whatever, just like you listen, yeah, you're like listening to a call, like it can change or you can do things to it or like play games with it. I'm like, fam, I'm not a child, I'm a grown man. I'm like, I want a grown man phone. I want a phone where it's like, okay, like I'm gonna be using this and using it a lot. And I'm like, bro, with this Fold 4, I'm like, bro, I have not put this phone down since I have bought it. Like that, this phone is the dopest phone ever that I've, like, honestly, it's the dopest phone that I've received since I had got my first iPhone. Because after that, it's like after I got my first iPhone, there wasn't really any other phones that was sticking out to me. So, I mean, it's like all phones were the same. Then you go and get this phone. I think, yeah, it's like, then one time when I did have a folding phone, it was like one of them like old cheap phones that you would get like back, you know, like a middle schooler or something. Like, it was one of those type of phones. So, yeah, overall, I'm like, people trying to trash on Samsung or say like Samsung phones aren't that good, and I'm like, bruh, y'all gotta like look at the tech specs between both phones, even just so much as like looking at the cheaper Samsung phone, like of like the folding and flipping series, which would be the Flip 4. Even that phone, in my opinion, stands out more than an iPhone. Like, if there's a toss-up between them two phones, the iPhone Pro Max, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, or this folding or this flipping phone, I would rather get the flip phone. Because I'm like, it stands out. It looks dope. It's one of those things where it's like, I think that would be a really dope and sick phone to have. Like, even it's like not better than the Fold, but still, in my opinion, it's better than the iPhone. And I know there's probably going to be people out there that disagree with that. Like, no, iPhone's better. But I'm like, what new things has been added to the iPhone? Besides that little, like, thing at the top of the screen or whatever, what other new things have been added? Like, nothing hasn't really changed that much with the cameras. And what, freaking Samsung, even my last Samsung Galaxy, phone, the camera quality was freaking dope. Like, bruh, the fact that I can zoom in all the way on the moon and take pictures of craters and all that stuff, like, it has a sick camera. So, like, I feel like, you know, yeah, it might have, like, a issue with sending out pictures and videos to people and stuff, but other than that, I'm like, bro, and I think if Samsung, if they were to come out with an update to fix that, then things would be solved. And it's like, people, they would have no, like, way possible of, like, disrespecting Samsung Galaxy phones. So, yeah, me personally, I'm like, I think from this point on, like, anytime when I do go and get me a phone, it's like, if something were to go on with like these folding phones, then I probably would check out the flip phone, see how that works. And then if that's not any good, then I'm like, yeah, then I think, you know, whatever Google Pixel is out at the time, I'm probably just gonna get that and see what that's all about and things. But, yeah, it's gonna be a long time before I get me an iPhone. I have to say, only way now is if I go and get me an iPhone is if they come out with something that stands out. But if they don't come out with anything that stands out, in my opinion, there ain't no reason to go out and get a new iPhone. I'm like, so, my thing is this, if you are in the market of getting a phone, yeah, get what you want to get. You know, like listening to this podcast episode overall, it's like it's not going to. I shouldn't change your mind on what phone you want to get. But if you want my opinion on what phone you should get, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 or Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. Them two phones. Maybe the Google Pixel, but with an iPhone, I'm like, you're literally getting the phone that you just had before. So yeah, like even the guy that when I was like getting my phone and stuff, the guy that was helping me out, shout out to that dude. That dude has like honestly one of the most like positive attitudes. I'm like, no, that guy's chilled. But even he was telling me, because I asked him, I was like, is there any like major differences with the iPhone? And even he said like, nah, and he's an iPhone guy and stuff. So, and even he was saying like he was admiring my phone and things. And so, yeah, this like iPhone ain't really gotten much going on. It's just, that's all I gotta say about them. Sorry, but I'm not really sorry. So anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.